Hello students, I am Dr. Manisha, your Marrow faculty for ENT, and today with us is Dr. Nihit, who has secured such an amazing rank 8 in the recently held INI-CET. So congratulations Dr. Nihit, and कैसा लग रहा है? How do you feel?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It's a surreal feeling, ma'am. It has the penny is yet to drop. And I cannot believe what has happened to me. It'll take a few days to sink in.
Dr. Nath was telling that that is what I used to hear from all the toppers, that I was not expecting such a rank, and that is what I feel right now. Yes, but you must have really worked very hard for this rank. So tell us, Dr. Nihit, about your association with Marrow. How did you use Marrow? How did it help you in your journey?
Ma'am, I purchased Marrow in my third year. I was mainly a Plan B student. I used to solve Marrow questions extensively. I did all the subject-wise tests and the mini tests from Marrow. I love the GTs and those mock tests which you conduct. I think they are pretty similar to what the pattern is being asked nowadays. The right mixture of you know not too difficult questions, just the moderate level which is required for the exam. And the most important, the plus point of Marrow is the explanations which they provide. They are really to the point, and those tables below the questions and the pearls. I think I used the pearls and those tables really well to help me get this rank.
Okay. So, Dr. Nihit, did you do the entire question bank, and how did you couple it with your concept building and with your routine learning of the subject?
Ma'am, I solved almost, I would say, 85 to 90% of the question bank, and I gave almost all the subject-wise tests from Marrow. Generally, people say that you should do the question bank after some time so that you can check whether you remember the concepts clearly or not. I would say, in my personal opinion, you should give the question bank immediately after completing that particular topic, the video of the topic. After making your notes, once you've revised it, immediately solve the question bank, so that you know these are the things which are already given in my notes, these are the things which I remember, and these are the things which are not in my notes, or even if they are in my notes, I'm not able to grasp the concept as well. So, and bookmark these questions, so next time when you solve, you know that these questions are not in your notes, or either you lack the conceptual understanding. So you don't have to solve the other questions again. Just look at those bookmarks and do your notes, and you're done with the whole topic.
So, when did you actually really feel that it is time that I really start my INI set? Yes, tell us, is was this your first INI set? Tell us about yourself.
Ma'am, I started my preparation from the third year. I used to make some notes and watch the lectures, and no, I was not too serious about PG prep. My main focus was on the prof subjects, what I had to do for that particular year, and I attended my wards and clinics as well as I could. So the goal was not to get a great rank, or I'm working for this specific rank or top 10 rank or top 5 rank. The goal was to get better as a doctor, how to improve myself, how to become competent to understand the patients, those complaints they present with, and how can I help them. That was the goal. So in the third year, I started my preparation, but it was not that intense. I did it at my own pace. I bumped it up a little in the final year, and in the internship, I was focused on revising the topics, on giving all those grant tests. Earlier, I didn't give those grant tests during my final year or third year, but during internship, I started taking grant tests a bit seriously. And from January onwards, this year's January, I really buckled up. This is going to be an important year for my career, so I wanted to make most of it. I started studying heavily, and I gave my first INI-CET in May. Um, I did not perform up to my expectations. I knew I could do well, but somehow um, that did not happen in the May attempt. I continued studying and gave the NEET PG, which was postponed, I think, for a couple of months from July to June to August. So I increased my frequency of tests and question solving. I tried to improve my skills about ruling out options, how to even if I don't know the topic, how can I um, bring down the options from 4 to 3 and then to 2, and then take a punt on one of them. That was basically how I improved my rank from the May attempt to NEET PG in August. Because of merely because of solving those questions, I was able to get a rank 65 in NEET PG uh, in August. And after August, after getting the rank, I was a bit chilled out. So I did not study much after in during August and even during September. I started again in October. I just revised all those topics again with using a short resource in the last 1 month, and in the week I just went in the week leading up to the INI-CET in November. I revised all those one-liners as much as I could. I could not do it completely, but I did what I could, and we just went into the exam with a clear mind, calm mind, and approached every question as a new question. Worked on my time management, especially, which was really poor during the May attempt. So I improved that um, during the November attempt, and that helped me to get this rank.
Very beautifully explained, Dr. Nihit. So, earlier you finished all your concept building along with all the questions, and it was only now from January that you really buckled up and you thought that no, I have to just nail it. And you couldn't perform very well in May, and I said, but that did not put you down. I think that even you got that idea that you really have to bounce back and you have to give everything to NEET as well as to INI. Said that was great. Okay, so what was your like in when you were doing your revision, you revised 2 or 3 times in the last 1 week, also you revised again everything, all the one liners. So what was your revision looking like? What were your days of revision like?
Ma'am, are you asking about this November attempt or in general, whatever I did during NEET PG? Or
See, when you started your revision and during the end of your revision, like what was the how many questions you used to do? Because this is some difficult thing that all the students find that earlier, okay, when they are just studying, as you told that for concept building, when they are studying, then they are not very serious about it. But when it hits them that no, the exam is just on the head, then to concise everything in very little time is very, very important. So how did you concise everything? Because you did a lot of question bank, you told me that you did many modules. How many modules did you do?
ma'am, I did 739 out of 829.
Yeah, see, so you did so many modules and that you did over a period of years. So in the end, to concise everything and to narrow down everything, that this is what I want to do exactly, you must have done a lot of things in the right way, because of which you've got this rank. So how did you narrow down what all is important for revision? Like, did you how did you just do the bookmarks also? Because there must be many bookmarks. So how did you do that?
Ma'am, this is my personal strategy. I'm not saying this will apply to everyone, but I think for me, questions were a really important source of revision, because I cannot do the same thing again and again from the main notes, which I've done already a few times, and then to keep on revising those. That was a bit tedious for me. So I did what I could. I did, if this topic I felt was weak, I first picked that topic and revised that. Not like completely revising the whole subject once I start. that was not my approach. I mainly did the 50 questions daily. Something was on the WhatsApp group of Marrow. So I used to do those questions almost daily. So that those questions are generally PYQs. So they reinforce those concepts again and again. When you solve those questions again, you can go back to those topics which you get wrong and keep revising them by the method of questions. And this is a bit more interesting. You can your mind is active rather than just passively reading, going through all those pages of notes again, which was not my style. I I did questions, and that was important for me to improve my rank. I did notes, only did my main notes all throughout the revision. I did not use much of those short resources. I did main notes because I had done those notes for a few years now. So it was easier for me to run through them quickly. And the first revision, I would say, give it a bit more time than what you usually give. And then from the second and third revision, just flip through the pages, keep highlighting all those topics which you miss, or those are the blind spots in your revision, and keep solving as many questions as you can. That's the only thing.
Did you also participate in marathons?
I did not get the T-shirt, but I did participate in. I don't remember which year, but I did participate. Uh, I was not as regular. You can check my scores also on the Marrow app. They were not very, the regular graphs, line graphs that you see, which are going up with each month. I was not that kind of student. I went with the flow. If I felt like reading, I did. Otherwise, I would relax. So my journey was a bit up and down, and it was very organic. So I
And
participated, but I did not do as many questions daily. I think you had to solve 5 or 3 modules daily to be in the hunt. So sometimes I used to, otherwise I didn't. Also, I had an internship, so
mm,
it's not always possible.
and when did you start giving GTs?
I started in, I think the first GT I gave was in the second year, which was just out of the blue. I did not expect anything. I just wanted to see what it is. I did not even know half the subjects, but I just gave the GT and I got, I think, 79 or 82, something correct. And from then on, I gave one GT here and there, once in a month or once in 2 months in the third year. And then from internship, I think I regularly started giving GTs. During my internship year, I gave around 20 GTs, I think, once every month. And then I gave the mocks also before every exam. So, and
So, do
of
you
course,
think
after.
it how did it help in your preparation?
Ma'am, the GTs are a really good source to identify your blind spots. I think more than your weak subjects, because as a student, you always know this topic I know, this subject I am confident, and these are the topics which I don't feel so confident. But for me, more important was to identify the blind spots in the topics which were regularly asked, but still my understanding was not up to the mark. So those topics I think I identified with the GTs and the SWTs. The SWTs were a bit more helpful to me because they really go into the depth of the subject. From all those nooks and corners of the subject, the topics which you don't usually touch, those are the questions which are asked in SWTs. So they they're extremely important to identify your blind spots during revision, so that you can work on, because generally your rank is decided by those common topics which are asked, but not all of the students are comfortable in that nitty gritty or that real detail, which I think is provided by the Marrow GTs and SWTs.
Very true, very true. What was your rank in the INI-CET mock?
Uh, I usually don't perform well in any of the Marrow exams, but My rank was, I think, in the May attempt, I think it was 486, and I got 485. So that was pretty close. In this attempt, ma'am, I actually cannot remember, but it was around 270 to 300. I don't know. I don't remember, honestly.
Okay, but that did not put you down,
Ma'am, this
because
is
we always say that the ranks match with the real rank. But yes,
ma'am,
many a
this
times
is
it does
what I
happen.
would like to tell the other aspirants also who are preparing. Your ranks in GTs or SWTs or whatever you give, they're okay. You can judge your progress by those ranks, but it definitely does not determine what you are going to achieve in the real exam. The real exam, you have to go with a clear mind. There are so many things which can go wrong on the day, and you cannot just say that okay, I'm getting this rank in the GT or whatever, and my rank is going to be this only in the final exam. It is highly variable, and the only factor which is going to determine your rank is your mindset before the exam. If you think you are a winner, you'll always do well. But if you think you are trying to participate just for the heck of giving it, then you are not going to get a good rank. So I was always extremely positive in a mindset, no matter what the GT scores are. I never got a top 10 or top 20 rank in Marrow, but I was sure that I'm I know my stuff. I know the topics. I know I can do well. So that is the mindset which I went into the exam with.
Great, very nice. And what was the toughest phase of your preparation?
Uh, Ma'am, right now, uh, before this week of November INI-CET, we had a medical emergency in the family. So I was not able to focus completely on the studies. So that was, I think, in from recent memory, I can say it was pretty tough. I could not decide what the things are put into perspective. What is actually important in your life? Are these exams the only priority, or do you want to, be with your family during those tough times? That was, I think, a difficult period for me, but I managed to somehow pull through it and ended up with a pretty good rank.
Great, great. So, if somebody is starting their INS preparation just now, what would your advice to them be? Something
Ma'am,
that you felt you have not done or you should have done?
ma'am, for the first, second years, third year, first year, not so much, but for the second and third year, I'd say please keep focus on the basic sciences. Read all your textbooks, read your Canongs and your Gaitans and the Robbins. Focus on those textbooks, focus on building your concepts, attend all your wards. Whatever you see in the patients, in the real life patients, that is something which is going to stay with you for your whole life. And the details which you mug up day before the exam, you might not be able to recall them, but those patients will stay with you for your whole life. So please focus on the basics, especially in the first year, second year. From the third year, yes, you can start your preparation for PG, but understand this: you are not studying for some postgraduate entrance exam. You're studying to become a good doctor. So that should be the main focus, and everything else, all those ranks will follow. Actually, ma'am, I saw this in one of Dr. Rakesh Nair's videos. He was doing the recall session of INI-CET May, and he said, you know, all those questions which were asked, they were so common in the clinical practice. You don't need to actually mug up or do all those notes or all those questions to solve them. You just need to go in the exam with a clear head, provided you have attended all your clinics, you have done your basics right. So that's my advice to the juniors who are preparing. Just focus on the basic sciences. Just go through all your wards. And for someone who is in internship or during the final year, when they cannot read all those textbooks, I would say pick up a short resource, whatever short resource you have, and complete it once and then just keep revising that one short resource and add questions with that resource. And those questions should be the PYQs first. That should be your first priority, to complete the PYQs and do them 100%. Like your past 7 to 8 year PYQs should be bulletproof. You cannot miss those PYQs because that is where your rank is going to be affected the most, because everybody else is doing it. And focus on the first and second year subjects, of course, and the final year major subjects, the four subjects which we say: medicine, surgery, OBGYN, pedia. And the other subjects which are the short subjects, I'd say, the five short subjects which we have in final year, these are your rank determining subjects. So once you are finished with all these big subjects, which probably make up 120 to 140 questions, which is the first year, second year, PSM, and four major subjects of final year. These are the 10 to 11 subjects which I think you should focus the most on. Once you are confident in these subjects, then you can move on to the rank deciding subjects, which are the five minor subjects: FMT, ENT, Opthel, those. So first, get your basics right, do all the PYQs, keep revising. It's not anything complex. It's really simple. Keep your preparation simple, and results will follow. Don't study for the result. It will come eventually.
That was such a beautiful piece of advice, Dr. Nihit, and we are so proud of you. And I'm sure all our viewers must have been benefited tremendously by your advice. Thank you so much, and congratulations from the entire Marrow team and from all our viewers. Wish you a very beautiful life, very beautiful future.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.